You better give her an A.
Okay. Today I'm going to be telling y'all about my friend Naomi Smith. She's a beautiful young woman whose light and joy are very contagious. And she's one of my very best friends from high school. Hopefully y'all get to meet her this weekend because she's coming up here. We met through cross country and became close friends through doing FCA together. We started running together at the beginning of my junior year when she was a freshman, and we became pretty close, but it wasn't until we went to FCA leadership camp together that we really formed a tight bond. She's my sister in Christ, and the thing that I admire most about her is her love and passion for the Lord. So, as some of you may know, running really bonds people together. I've heard it said that it's the suffering together that makes the bond grow tight, or maybe just the conversations, but that's what really started our friendship. We also had to be really encouraging and supportive of one another as we ran together and went through races together and all sorts of things. So I wanted to share a story about when we went to FCA camp together, because that's truly where we became super close. We were roommates for this trip, and we went on this really long hike together. It was an organized hike with a leader. It was about a 6-mile hike, which was a lot more than any of us had done, and we also only had about 2 hours to complete this hike. So as you can imagine, we were going pretty fast up this hill that was an incline about like this, and we were really struggling. So also at the time, she had a knee injury, and I was really scared that she was gonna mess up her knee again and have to have surgery again. So that was pretty scary. But as we went up this hike, we realized that we really needed each other to encourage one another. There was a lot of things to trip on, so we were calling out to each other, telling each other to watch out over the rocks and the roots and all these different things. And then by the time we got almost to the top of the hike, our leader was like, guys, we have to turn around. We do not have time to make it to the top. We're going to miss dinner and evening service if we go to the top. So we were all obviously really disappointed because we had just hiked over an hour and ended up basically just some field and weren't able to see anything. So that was pretty sad for us. But we were just like, okay, we want to eat. So we started to go back down the mountain, and half the group got separated from us and they got super lost. They missed dinner and were late to the service, and they were really scared because there was no cell phone service or anything, and eventually they made it back. So we were pretty shooken up by this experience. It was probably one of the most eventful hikes in my life, and we told our district leader about it, and he took a spin on it and told us that we needed to think about how much it taught us and how it related to our walk with the Lord. So when you're walking with Christ, you have a lot of hard things to go through, a lot of roots and rocks that try to trip you up. But when you're with fellow believers that can hold you accountable and push you along, it becomes a lot easier. And also, we don't always get to see the end result of our hard work and of our faithfulness. Sometimes we have to turn around before we get to the view and come back down the mountain, but that doesn't mean that it's going to happen. So going through that together drew us a lot closer together, and we were even able to share that story together when we got back and told our school and our friends about FCA, which was really awesome. One thing I also love about her is the vulnerability that we have between each other. We can tell each other anything. When we call, we talk for a super long time because it just continues to go. She's very encouraging and very supportive of me, always there for me, which is really awesome. She's also been through a lot. Like I mentioned, she had her knee surgery. She's had 2 knee surgeries now. She just had her last one about 2 months ago. So she's spent a lot of time out of sports, out of running, and that's been really hard for her, but I've been able to see her just continue to be faithful and stay positive and still be a light and a support for her team, even when she can't be out there participating with them. I think we both look up to each other a lot. I'm older than her, which is interesting. I'm almost 3 years older than her, but I don't really see it like that because she's so mature in her faith and pushes me just as much as I push her, and we really help each other grow a lot. She's a server, and she's always there for other people, no matter what. Her joy, her light, it's so contagious. And then also, to close this out, I wanted to tell y'all about how she might be coming to Montreat next year. She's thinking about running on the track and cross country team, which would be awesome because then she'd have to run with me every single day. And so when she comes this weekend, if y'all could be super encouraging and welcome her, that would be awesome. I also wanted to share a quote from Sadie Robertson Huff that I heard that really describes our relationship because she's also one of our favorite people. And it said, "Some friends are temporary, but some are meant to go with you throughout life." Pretty simple, but Naomi is definitely one of those friends that is not just for a season, but is going to go with me through the rest of my life and is always going to be there for me. And no matter how long we don't get to talk between, she's still going to be there for me, and it's just going to be like no time has passed. And I'm really excited for the future that our friendship holds.
Thanks, guys.